to collect benefits declined, down 25,000 from the three-year high the prior week. Tomorrow we'll get the November jobs report and new unemployment rate. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Lawrence County depends on WDXE News, on the air since 1951. This is The Legend. 105.3, 95.3, WDXE.
It's time for that stuff.
Wow. Yeah.
I can't play much of that, and they'll take us off.
Yeah. They may take us off anyway.
Well,
so just play it.
That's a song to play at when the SWAT's coming in on Christmas vacation, ain't it?
I think so.
Santa. Here comes Santa Claus.
Hey, really? Santa Claus. Hey, I love that song, by the way. I love that song. It's fun. It's fun. Well, speaking of fun, it's the Quik Mart Hour.
It's finally time.
It's the Quik Mart Hour. Keith and Kevin are in the house, and I've got the microphones wide open.
You are right there, man. You can't.
Can you put some extra volume in it?
Maybe use two mics.
Yeah, there you go. Put two mics on you. Get two apiece.
Two mics together here.
Yeah, but I've got you cranked up as high as I can get
Looks
you.
Like I'm putting on a press conference.
Y'all are going. The needles. The needles are working about like they should. So we're okay.
But well, we may be blasting people out in TV land, and
you can turn your headphones up.
I need to do that.
You turn your headphones up.
Let's see which one's mine.
Check. You have to make some noise.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Well, I can hear you too. So.
I know, but you got to do yours.
Oh, there's mine. No, it ain't. No, that's yours right there, ain't it, Jeff?
Yeah, that's mine. And
You'll turn Jeff up.
I think. Is yours going up or mine going up?
They ain't mine.
So mine. Okay, this is mine. So Kevin, there's yours right there.
All right, we'll turn mine up a little bit. Then.
All right,
maybe that'll help me.
Does that
that's
work?
Good right there. Yeah.
Okay.
Right, so. I can now hear myself, and I don't know if anybody else can hear me.
This moment of technology was brought to you by Quik Mart stores.
And and we're going to commemorate the times when our stores are down because of technology.
It doesn't happen very often.
It happens every day, just about. So
what?
Somebody's going to call us and say we're blowing them out.
That's right.
Well, listen, we got our friend Colin going to chime in already with us this morning.
That's good.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
I have the perfect product for them. They don't have to worry about the expiration date for the food.
Oh, what is it?
Fruitcake.
Yeah.
I did. No, I've listened. I did some research,
yes.
And it came over with the colonists. I went to like the encyclopedia. Anyway, it came over with the colonists. Had a real good reputation. And it was real popular during the Civil War era. It may have had to do with hard to get things places and stuff. But something happened along the line. They're not exactly sure what, but it was so preserved that there are even guesstimates that some of them last for years and possibly decades.
Yeah.
And so what happens is people like you that buy a fresh one somewhere, it's going to be good. Or like my mother made one and Daddy loved it, and Lanny Hurst said his mother-in-law made one and he loved it and all that. So it may be that, but if they decided to do fruitcake, they could put Best by
29. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So
I
thought she was going to say formaldehyde, and but she needs to come on our show one morning because I think we'd have fun together.
Oh, we would. We would. Thank you. Now, I think she's gone.
It's like pizza. It's better the next day. Well, it's better the next year.
You think so?
I mean, I like it.
You eat a lot of pizza. You eat a lot of fruitcake?
Well, if it's in front of me, I do. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Some people can't stand it. So.
All it is cake with candy in it. I mean, how can you go bad with cake with candy?
I don't understand people not liking it. It's fruit and nuts.
Yeah.
Sometimes
who doesn't like a nut?
Those little orange slices and stuff. They got those cut up in there. It's almost like a fruitcake predated the gummy bears.
Oh yeah.
So you could chew on that for an hour.
Well, listen, I recently ordered a fruitcake and got it at home, and it's called. It is let me find the brand name of it here.
Are you looking it up?
Yeah, I'm looking it up. It is Trappist, Trappist, Abbey Monastery Fruitcake, made in a monastery in Oregon.
Oh, they got monasteries in Oregon?
That's what I didn't know that. Made in Oregon, it says.
Full of fruit.
Maybe it's not a monastery, but that's the recipe. That's the name of it. Look at that.
Made by Hungarian monks.
Take a look at that.
Oh, that actually looks really
Don't
good.
it look good?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the reason why I ordered it. It looks so fantastic. And let me tell you something. It weighs a ton.
Yeah.
Don't throw it in nobody.
Oh, my gosh. You could brick a house with that. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Anyway.
So let me ask you guys. We rarely delve into things that ain't just goofy. I guess that's a good
Or we
way of
tend
saying
to
it.
make it goofy. One of those.
Yeah, you're right. So, do you guys? I was a late comer to, even though I was in technology, I was a late comer to the cell phone and apps. For years, I heard people talking about apps. I'm like, what is an app? What is that? What are they talking about? And
I was late to that, too.
But I'm a texter. And especially if I'm in meetings or anything like that, I don't answer the phone, but I will. And it's almost like our generation is more apt to respond by text or by some type of chat GPT or whatever's going on these
Very
days.
much so, yeah.
Yeah, instead of picking up the phone and listening to your voice. So I came across this article, and this is a recent article. As a matter of fact, it came out last week, December the 4th. The FBI is warning people to stop texting. But I text all the time.
Yeah.
Why?
So it's a really long, drawn-out story. If you want to know, I'll tell you a little bit about it now, but if you want to go more into detail, you can look it up. But the FBI warns iPhone and Android users to stop sending texts because texts are unencrypted in between platforms. So what kind of phone do you have, Kevin? You have an Android or iPhone?
iPhone.
iPhone. What do you got, Jeff?
iPhone.
iPhone. So I have an Android. So I don't like iPhones. I grew up I don't like Apple stuff, so...
You're just behind.
No, it's just it's
weird.
My phone is more than a toy. That's what. That's what. If you got an iPhone, it's okay if you're just surfing the internet or playing games. So if you want to work,
Is he serious?
I'm being serious.
What are you talking about?
If you want to work and be productive, you got to have an Android.
What is different about an Android phone than an iPhone?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of difference. So here's the deal.
No, wait a minute now. Doing work. I've done all kinds of stuff on my.
Like what?
I've looked up.
You're like a YouTube mechanic. You got YouTube on there. Bam.
Well, I can do that if I want to, but I can also go on the GM
No,
website and look stuff up.
we handle documents all the time with mine.
Well, good. Congratulations.
We handle documents of every kind.
What is different about you like power a submarine or something with it? I mean, what? I mean, what's so special about your Android phone?
Listen,
it's so much better.
You have stepped on some
All right,
toes.
so let me get it.
I just want to know.
Hang on, I'm going to get out of that
I hear
conversation.
this all the time.
Well, it's because it's the truth. And
No, I hear it all the time. I didn't say it was true all the time.
here's the deal. When you two guys text each other because you're both on the Apple platform or using iOS, and if you use the built-in messenger to that,
Yes.
your messages are encrypted to each other. But if I text you or you text me, it's an unencrypted message.
Really?
Yeah. There is no encryption between the two because they've never played good together. And I guess that's why I didn't like Apple to begin with, is because they just never played in the same sandbox. In the early days, Microsoft had to go to court and then lost a suit saying, they were being a monopoly, so they had to open up their OS and for developers. But Apple didn't do that, So it was just, but if you go way back into history, in reality, Bill Gates stole everything he knew from Steve Jobs.
Yes.
Well, just take your word for that.
Well, there's a lot of history. I mean,
There is history about that, yes.
yeah, when I first got into computers, there was DOS, and then there was IBM. IBM, I guess, at the time owned DOS, or they developed DOS.
Right.
Or
I
whatever.
remember DOS. Good grief.
And then Bill Gates comes in, and in I guess my condensed way of thinking about it, he goes up and says, "Hey, if you don't use my operating system, you're going to be out of commission next year or the next few years." And it was, so he called it MS DOS instead of IBM DOS. Exact same. I mean, if you were in the DOS environment back there, it was the exact same command environment. I mean, everything worked exactly the same. Yeah, exactly.
Just change the name a little bit.
Exactly. That's what happened. So.
Well, okay.
But anyway, I guess that's a lesson for a different day.
So what's the danger?
So the danger is the Chinese people, the Chinese spies. So they're into harvesting data from American people, or I guess people all around the world who use these texting platforms. So let me read about it a little bit, and we're going to, I don't want to bore everybody who's like, oh, this is a bunch of boring mumbo jumbo, but this caught my attention because I text a whole lot. And I have found myself texting things like, here's my Wi-Fi password, or here's the last 4 digits of my Social Security number, and those things, those kind of things. I find myself, when I'm helping people out computer-wise, I'll say, hey, what's your password to this? And they'll type it back to me, And I don't think about those things. But now I do think about those things. So the FBI is warning Android and iPhone users to stop sending text. And let me just read you the article here. It says, timing is everything. Just as Apple's adoption of RCS has seemed to signal a return to text messaging versus the unstoppable growth of WhatsApp. Now you guys, have you guys used WhatsApp?
No.
All right. WhatsApp is, I guess, Facebook's messaging program. Beta. What's their company name now?
Meta. Yeah. Well, they have Messenger through Facebook. But
You talking about Meta?
Yeah, Meta.
Okay.
Yeah. Then along comes a surprising new hurdle to stop that in its tracks. While messaging Android to Android or iPhone to iPhone is secure, messaging from one to the other is not. Now, even FBI and CISA, the U.S. Cyber Defense Agency, are warning Americans to use responsibly encrypted messaging and phone calls where they can. So they not only want you to encrypt your messages, they want you to encrypt your phone calls. So I'm just sitting here thinking outside the box while I'm reading the article. I'm saying, why would the government ask you to do that? Because that's their way of spying on you, of getting that information. So why would they want you to change that? So anyway, I won't read the article entirely, but basically this hacking group who is known by Salt Typhoon is a Chinese government-ran hacking group that's hacking into these cell phones and into these text message streams. And do you know how they do that? They do that by the mechanism that the U.S. government had them build into it so that they could tap into your phone. So basically, the government agencies that we live under, the CIA and the FBI, they built into these things are back doors where, like, if Jeff, you kill somebody, or Kevin, you kill somebody, and you've been texting about it or whatever, they've got a back door into that to see all those things. Well, now Salt Typhoon has found those things out, and they're inside there getting everybody's information. So it's, it even I've been preaching this for years, and listen, this is just a broad overview, and you might think this guy's a weirdo taking that out of proportion, but I don't think I am. But I think I'm a weirdo.
We think you're a weirdo. Yeah.
But anyway,
we'll be the judge of that.
So I'll tell you, I have an experience in my years of IT that one day I received a phone call, and it hadn't been too long ago. This is about 2013 maybe.
Okay.
I received a phone call from a company that I used to do the IT work for. And they said, hey, can you come see us? The FBI is here. Can you come down and talk to us for a minute? I said, sure, I can. So on my way down there, I called the local FBI office, and I said, hey, you got somebody down at this location? They're like, yeah, we do. So he's legit. So
okay.
So I go down there, and basically what it was is they have a server, and this Asian hacker ring had taken control of their server and was using that as a platform to attack other places inside the U.S.
Oh, wow.
And so what they asked me to do was get another server for this company, copy the data, get another server up and running simultaneously, take it off, make the network heterogeneous, take it off, and allow us to keep this network here, and we're going to monitor this. So for years, the FBI monitored that secondary network because this Asian ring was on it. And so it was weird. Every once in a while I get a call and they say, yeah, can you go down there and restart the server, or restart the router? Or so it's those kind of things take place. And I'm telling you, those guys are brilliant.
The cyber spies.
Yeah, they are brilliant. And so anyway.
So you have to go down there every once in a while and just unplug
No, I hadn't done that in years.
I mean, that's what you used to have to just go and plug it like
Yeah, that was my part
So-
of it. Exactly. That was my
So
part
is
of
the
it.
safest thing for us to completely unplug and live off the grid?
I think that's correct.
Yeah.
The Amish have really, they're going to look at us one day and say, we told you so.
We told you so.
Those English, we told them. So
You English flatlanders.
So here's what I understand. FBI is saying everybody needs to stop texting or go to an encrypted. Why don't they just go to Apple and to the iOS, they'll go to Apple and to the Android makers like Samsung or whoever, because there's only two of them. Instead of asking 300 million people to change what they're doing, why don't they go to two and say, okay, guys, it's time for you guys to play together and make your apps encrypted in between each other.
That would make more
That's all
Because
you
they
gotta
have
do.
too much lobby money for that.
You're exactly right. And next week I'm going to Washington D.C. No, it's week after next. I'm a week ahead. Week after next, I'm going to Washington D.C. to fight against one of the biggest lobbies in America, and that's the MasterCard Visa lobby.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. I'll be there. I'm leaving next Sunday, and I'll be there for 4 days, and we're going to talk. We're going to be talking to our senators, and we're going to, as a group, the National Association of Convenience Stores. We're going to, as a group, and we're going to fight one of the biggest lobbies, not just in America but in the world. MasterCard Visa is two of the largest corporations in the world, and they have a huge stranglehold on Washington, D.C., and so we're going to go up there.
And they've got the deepest pockets of
You
anybody
doggone
in
right
the
they
world.
do. And I'm going up there with zilch.
Yes, you're going up there with-
Guess who they're going to listen to?
They go. I was going to say, your senators going to look at you and go, now, who do you are now? Who
Now
are
listen, that's a totally different story, and we'll get on that bandwagon
my
one day.
Lord.
But anyway, if you're texting between each other, what I think they want to, just in my simple thinking, the government's wanting you to move to a totally different platform that only they have access to.
Right, yeah.
So,
Well, this does explain a lot. When I text you and it takes you 3 or 4 days to respond, that's because your phone is having a hard time.
you're talking about me.
Yeah, you. You.
So I've learned.
Did he do you that, would you?
So when
you?
you're
Don't even,
moving,
listen, he don't even have me in his phone.
Oh.
do I not?
I'm just
He said, who dis? New phone.
I got you show up as that Jeff guy.
He's got me blocked.
We haven't talked about Quick Mart convenience stores yet.
Listen, I was trying.
Well, listen, you don't have to worry about texting to go to Quick Mart.
That's right.
All you got to do is be hungry or need some good fuel for your car.
Listen, I stopped in and filled Teresa's car up the other day, and I think I got 15 cents off of a fill-up.
Ooh,
That's nice.
off of a fill-up.
Well, it was 30 gallons.
Well, that's like a half a cent a gallon. You got 15 cents a gallon.
Yeah.
Okay, you said 15 cents off of a fill-up.
No, well, 15 off a gallon.
Okay, that's
No,
good.
For the
15
fill-up.
cents off for the fill-up.
Okay, good.
Per gallon for the fill-up.
Yeah, my brain is in an analytical mood this morning.
Yeah,
so-
Apparently so.
Yeah. I think everybody knew what I meant.
I didn't. I'm like,
Of course you did.
Jeff got 15 cents off of $50 worth of gas.
No,
That's pretty good.
No, I got 15 cents a gallon.
That
off
makes a big difference, Jeff.
It does make a big difference. And you know what I did? I kind of took your advice because I haven't in a long time with Teresa's car, and I put some premium in it.
Oh, can you tell the difference?
Well, I don't know. She drives it, but
She got speeding ticket.
she drives it for the most part. But I thought, well, it might be good for the engine to give it a little
is.
good stuff.
Yeah.
It is. I like doing that.
Yeah.
I do that myself. Well, I don't know. What were we talking about? Quick Mart.
Yes.
Quick Mart,
So I have a couple things to tell you about Quick Mart convenience stores. If you go into a Quick Mart, have you been in one this week?
Yes.
Okay.
absolutely.
Did they ask you, would you like to buy a cupcake?
They did not.
Okay.
No, don't think
Okay. So they
But I did see
should
where
have asked.
y'all was doing the cupcake charity thing.
Yeah, so just like we done the Purple Pump. So the Purple Pump is sort of a nationwide type thing.
Yes.
But the cupcakes is a local thing.
Oh, okay.
And we raised money at the Purple Pump for child advocacy, and so also we're raising money once a year for child advocacy, and our locations around here support a kids' place, and and it's horrible that we even. I don't even know if that's the right word to say. It's horrible that we even have to have a facility like that in our community, but they take care of kids who have been mistreated and battered and things like that, and so it is a great facility, and the people work out there are just angels. I'm telling you, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
But when you go to Quick Mart, you'll be asked, "Would you like to buy a cupcake?" And the cupcakes are $1. And just so you'll know that when you give $1, we give $1. 100% match. Edwards Oil Company matches 100% of the money that's given. And that's not just here, it's across all stores. And so, the Child Advocacy Center here is not the only recipient. So the stores in other communities have their own child advocacy centers, and they are the recipients of that money. And so it is a 100% match. I don't know many, or if any, organizations that match 100%. It's not just a collection
Right, yeah.
point.
It's fantastic.
It's an opportunity to give, and so
So you got a number off? I was just curious off the Purple Pump, how much y'all ended up doing on that?
I don't. So Sally, if you're listening, if you'll text me some numbers, she can do that. Or if somebody.
Because that's interesting. Because I mean, a lot of people have done the Purple Pump.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
I've done the Purple. Every time I
Yeah.
got gas, I've done the Purple Pump.
You're exactly right, and you have to think about that's just pennies at a time.
But that's a bunch
It
of
adds
gas.
up.
Yeah, it adds up. It adds up. So you
That's
talk about a
fantastic.
penny a gallon. But anyway, you'll see that going on in Quik Mart this
Okay.
time of year.
Awesome good.
Cupcakes, just-
Awesome good.
It's for a good reason. It's, the store's not benefiting from that. They're just they're trying to help out a local agency because they really need a lot of help.
They
'cause
do.
It's all that's
It's
how
a
they
fantastic
operate.
work.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so what else are we going to get into today?
Well, I don't know. What did you decide to do to us today?
I'm thinking about changing my phone over and downloading WhatsApp.
No, you
what's
never did tell us what the WhatsApp was.
I don't know what it is. I
Oh.
don't use it. I think it's Meta's platform for like texting. It's like I don't know what you can do on WhatsApp.
I tell you what I just did though, which we did for our business. I just did a program where we can mass text.
Yeah.
Like when we have an auction, we have a lot of people that want. It used to be an email list, and emails are great. They're still that. They'll still use them, but people, like you said, are more used to grabbing their text messages, and they'll respond to them better, see them quicker, all that kind of stuff. It seems like. So when we have an auction, now I've got. If you want to be on that list, by the way, you can let me know. So when we have an auction, you get a text message, and it gives you the info and all that kind of stuff
Okay.
from our company.
I receive those a lot.
I need one. I'm not on that list.
Yeah.
How am I not on the list? How long have we been doing this?
I
radio
just
show?
got it
Like
started.
He
See,
just started.
I used to physically do it myself, to
Oh, I see.
kind of a list.
Yeah.
But now you can get a program now, load everybody up, and do a mass text.
Absolutely.
I seem to have received a lot of those during Black Friday.
Yes.
Everybody tell me about sales.
Yeah, now
and-
I get some that I
yeah.
don't want to get. And you just
That's right.
you all you got to do is hit stop, and it don't come
Right.
anymore. That kind of thing.
So WhatsApp, I hit the download button. Hang on.
There you go. We're fixing to find out for sure. Huh?
WhatsApp is a messenger to stay in touch with friends and family. WhatsApp is free and offers simple, secure, reliable messaging and calling. So the key word there is secure, and it's secure between platforms. And so that's why they're saying
Yeah.
you should use
Okay.
that.
Okay.
But if you're not sending if you're just saying, "Hey, what's up?" or "Check out this cool video" or whatever, I don't know reason why you'd want to change.
Somebody texts you to bring him breakfast or something like that. It probably won't.
So, I've used texting for years. And have you guys noticed, I don't know if it does it on iPhone, but I know it does on Android, but I can tell if you guys are typing back.
Yeah.
Can you tell that?
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Or if you leave me on read, you
Yeah,
ain't
I don't like
responding.
that either.
Yeah.
I tell you what I did do though, and this was years ago. This was when texting was still fairly new, but they had voice text where you could, in the car, you could just say what you wanted to say, and then it would text. But of course, we have a Southern accent, and sometimes it would type something that maybe you didn't say.
That's right.
This was I was communicating with a fellow real estate agent who happened to be female. Okay.
Okay.
From another office, blah blah, and we're communicating. So I'd get a text, and I'm texting, so I decided to voice text her. And then when I looked at it, the last one that I sent to her said something about liking her bra.
Oh. You didn't send that,
And I'm
did
like,
you?
yeah, it's sent.
Oh, my goodness.
So I had to find a stopping point and call the lady and say, I am sorry, I was trying to do the voice. She was just laughing about it.
Did she answer the phone? Hey, Jeff.
So
I like your bra too.
yes, anyway.
Oh, your bro.
Anyway,
Yeah. Man, it's a man's
Man's
ear.
ear.
the man's ear. I knew you were going to talk about that.
Oh, goodness.
Folks, if you just tuned in, you're listening to the Quik Mart Hour here on WDXE, and Keith and Kevin are in the house. The phone lines are open to you. We like to play with folks, 766-9393.
And if you use WhatsApp, call us and tell us if you use WhatsApp.
Yeah,
I want to
I
hear.
want to know about.
Are we going to do a game today?
Yeah, we can do some trivia.
Did you bring something?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I've
I
always
figured
got
you did.
something.
Hell,
I figured you did.
Always got
Well,
something to give
Miss
away.
Peggy wants to talk to us again. How are you?
This is serious, but it goes back probably 25 or 30 years ago. One of the reasons people think people my age are not tech savvy is because we've backed up. Literally, I was doing professional volunteer work for a group in Spain and I was on a business teacher website in the United States, and they took a picture off of me. Thought I wanted it, I guess, but they didn't ask my permission. And they took the picture off of me off of that business teacher website and put it on their website, which it turned out fine, but it made me realize even back then, if they could do that, and it was just a misunderstanding, somebody else could do that for other reasons.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep, that's
Absolutely right.
Second thing is it's been debatable long before COVID, I'd say several years, as to who owns the data in nursing homes, doctors' offices, and hospitals, because we don't know what are in the contracts with those companies, and they're the only ones that can come in and take care of things when they don't know what's going on.
That's a good point.
Good point.
That's,
Just thought I'd put that out.
All right. Thank you, now.
But you talking about taking pictures of AI stuff now?
Yeah.
Oh man, they can take you, make you say whatever.
No, you better believe it.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Let's see who else on the phone. Good morning. You're on WDXE with us.
Are you taking callers for your game?
Well, sure.
Absolutely.
You can be our first caller. What name? What name would you like me to put down?
Oh, Gene Smith.
Gene Smith.
Oh,
I don't have an ink pen, so you have to write all the names
Thank
down.
you.
All right, Gene Smith. I'm gonna get you one, because I may make a mistake. Gene Smith's number one. Let's get a number
do
two.
that.
Hey, good morning. Who do you want me to put down?
Mr. Brawley.
Butch Brawley.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. How are you?
All right. Thank you, man. Butch Brawley's number two, and let's get another one. Good morning. How are you?
All right.
What
This
name?
is Robert Kopp.
Robert Kopp.
Sir.
Thank you, buddy. He's number three. Robert Kopp's number three.
3 more.
And you're going to be number four.
Mitchell Hendricks.
Rachel
Hendricks.
Mitchell.
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 Hendricks.
Yes.
All right, we got you.
Thank you.
All right, Mitchell Hendricks. I need two more, 766-9393. One's coming in, I think.
Two more callers.
One's coming in right now. And good morning.
Yeah, DT Hughes.
DT
D
Hughes.
now, not BD.
All right. I got you.
Thank you.
All right, and one more. We got one more calling in already.
Wonder what
And
DT
good morning.
stands
How
for.
are you?
Yeah, Tommy Davis.
Tommy Davis. Got you, Tommy.
Thank you.
Very good. There's our six. We got
Yeah.
all six in, and they'll be our qualifiers, and somebody's going to win something today. What are we going to win, by the way?
We're going to win. Hey, I got something in my pocket. Let's see what it is. Let's see. That's my badge. You don't want to win.
What you
that.
got? What you got in your pocket?
Boom! I got a $25
Oh,
gift
look at
card from Quik Mart convenience stores. And
$25 gift
yeah,
card.
in fact, that's a pretty good little gift. You can go into the Quik. Listen, here's what I got at Quik Mart that you need to try, and it's something different. Have you ever rode down the road? It's like, I just need something different for lunch
Something
today.
different.
Well, here's what I got. I got a fish sandwich. Did you tell me about somebody told me about the fish sandwich?
No.
No, it was some guy.
No.
I'm trying to think who it was. But anyway. I was down in Muscle Shoals, and the guy says, I don't know if you tried this, but the fish at y'all store is really good. And so I got it on a bun, and it was excellent. So
Really?
I've done that twice now. And last night, that's what I had for dinner. You can get an order of fish if you like.
Yeah.
And it's not catfish; it's a whitefish. We serve whitefish, not catfish. And so, put it on the bun, and you can put tartar sauce on there. You can get the packs of tartar sauce and stuff, but just a little bit of mayonnaise and that fish. It was an excellent fish
Oh,
sandwich.
I may have to try that.
Yeah, it was good.
No
I'll tell
pepper
you what
jack
else.
cheese?
They have.
Do what?
No pepper jack cheese?
No, I didn't put any cheese on
I'm
the
not
fish.
sure what day it is, if they have a regular day for it or not. But at the Quik Mart at Country Club, they had meatloaf one day.
Yeah, they do. I don't know what day it is. Now, Tuesdays, I think it's Tuesday. I'll put Sheila on the spot. She listens sometimes up there. Their team listens to our station, and I don't know. I think it's Tuesdays. They have barbecue pork chops, and them things are unbelievable. They're great. So,
What I was going to tell you is a meatloaf sandwich.
oh, I haven't tried a meatloaf sandwich.
A meatloaf, a little mayonnaise on a meatloaf sandwich.
See,
Nice.
I got to go to the doctor today, so I'm thinking about.
There you go. When you
saving it
get
up
when you
after
get
that.
back, get you one of those.
So I don't recommend drinking milk with fish. I never have done that. So, but we got plenty of other things in the Quik Mart store to drink. There's plenty of sodas and a soda
Oh,
fountain
yeah.
and coffee and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
Anyway,
$25 gift card to one of our winners today.
yeah, to one of our winners.
One of our qualifiers.
Lucky.
And you guys are going to be. This is something that I've wanted to do for a while.
Uh-oh.
And we hear a lot of different things from day to day. We get good advice and we get bad advice, but the best advice that you can take is advice that comes from the Bible. You know,
I agree with that.
We're trying to look for guidance in our life. So I've got some quotes here, and you guys are going to tell me if they're from the Bible or not.
Oh.
And if you get it right, you
That'll
get a
be
point.
good.
And if you get it wrong,
That'll be good.
then you don't get a point. So anyway. Who wants to go
If
first?
they're from the Bible or not. Are they from the Bible or
Yeah,
not?
are these quotes from the Bible or not?
That's going to be interesting because there's a lot of things that people say they think are in the Bible that may not necessarily be.
and
It doesn't mean it's not necessarily good.
That's
Could be,
right.
could be a good thing, but it may not necessarily be in the Bible.
Right. All right. Who wants to go first?
You go first.
I'll go first.
Kevin.
Yes.
People say money is the root of all evil. Is that in Scripture or is it not in Scripture?
It is in Scripture.
Oh, it is. It's close, but it is not.
Oh.
It is not.
That's
is
right. While the government would love to use this as justification to part us from more of our money in order to relieve us of its evils, this phrase is not found in the Bible. Instead, it says the love of money is the root of all evil, and that's in 1 Timothy 6:10.
Of course.
That is correct. That is correct.
All right, Jeff.
Okay.
Put your house in order. Is that guidance from the Bible, or is that just put your house in order?
Well, it doesn't exactly say that in those exact words.
So this is what I was afraid of in the conversation is that when I pick these questions out, I don't know what translation or it came from or something like
Yes.
that, and so it may read different. I know you're a King James guy.
I am.
And it may say "Put thou house in order."
I don't think it even says that.
Put thine house in order.
But as a general principle, the Bible does teach to have your house in order.
Okay, so are you saying yes or no?
I'm going to say yes.
Okay, yes. Yes would be correct answer.
Yeah,
Put your house in order. In 2 Kings 20, Isaiah told Hezekiah, who was ill, that he should put his house in order because you're going to die.
There you go. Yeah, that's right. And he's the one that turned his face to the wall and prayed for some more time.
Yeah. And he saw the hand on the wall, right? The writing on the wall.
Well, that's a different story.
That is a different story. But he got more time.
Yes.
Let's, what was I? Golly, that took my brain off.
So if I got 1 point?
You got 1 point.
Okay.
All right. Kevin.
Yes.
Pride comes before the fall.
Is this the time of year or when you feel down?
Is that in Scripture or is that just an old wives' thing?
Not in Scripture.
It is incorrect. It isn't.
Of course it is. So whatever I think it, I just
And
need
by
to
the
say
way,
opposite.
the King James translation is "Pride cometh before a fall."
Exactly.
Well, see, then it ain't in there then.
It is.
Well, a while ago you got me on technicality. You said it didn't.
I know,
exactly
and
like
that's what I was afraid of when I was putting this together.
I
It's
don't
like,
like
there's too
this
many
game.
technicalities.
Yeah. Technicalities when it becomes me. I understand.
Oh, it's against Kevin.
Yeah. See,
There you go. Okay.
holding a white man down
Hey,
like that.
by the way, it's 1-0.
Thank you.
There you go. I forgot to keep score here.
Don't worry, I'm going to keep score.
Mine's pretty easy to keep up with. It's zero.
But you have a tendency of not keeping the right score.
Oh well, I try.
All right, Jeff. God forgives those who forgive themselves.
No, I don't think that's in the Bible.
Okay, so why would you not think that's in the Bible?
Well, it just
Don't
doesn't
you have
sound.
to be forgiving?
It doesn't sound right.
You're right. The Bible never speaks about forgiving ourselves.
No.
Instead, it speaks about forgiving others who trespass against us. Mostly
right.
it speaks about seeking forgiveness from God. Since we have sinned against Him, God forgives us only through His sacrifice. of
Sounds
Christ
fun
Jesus.
though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Sounds good.
Did you get that right?
Yeah, I got that right.
Yeah, he got that right.
It's
right.
2-0.
No joke.
All right, Kevin.
Yes.
Let me mark this one off before I ask you again.
You need to ask me again. Maybe I won't miss it the second time.
All right, Kevin, are the 7 deadly sins in Scripture or not? And let me tell you what the 7 deadly sins are: wrath, greed, sloth, pride, lust, envy, and gluttony.
Yes. I guess it's not in there either.
All right, so
Voice is a fun game.
these are trick questions.
That's a trick question.
The list of 7 deadly sins are not listed together, nor are they considered more deadly than any other sin. So, sin is sin, and all sin leads to death. So, anyway, Kevin, I'm giving you that one. They are in Scripture, but just not together.
Yeah, I would give Kevin that one because they actually, it's not worded all together like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you for giving me the pity point.
Well, it would have been a sin not to.
I'm like, that was over my head until I just got it. Jeff, here's a good one.
Oh, my goodness.
God helps those who help themselves.
No, there's not. No.
What do you mean? God wants you to be lazy?
No. Yes, exactly right. No, that is not exactly right in the Scriptures.
This actually has its origin in ancient Greek, even though it is most often attributed to Benjamin Franklin, since it appeared in his book, Poor Richard's Almanac.
Yeah, that sounds more like Ben Franklin.
Ben Franklin said that.
It does say if you don't eat, if you don't work, you shouldn't eat.
It says don't muzzle the ox, too.
Yeah, it says don't muzzle the ox that treadeth out the corn. That's right.
Which, all right, we won't. All right, Kevin.
We're ready, man.
Man does not live by bread alone.
That is not in there.
Yes, it is.
It is.
You're kidding me.
No, when Jesus was being tempted, what did he tell Satan? In Matthew chapter 4, verse 4, man does not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth from the mouth of God.
I'm going to help you, buddy.
All right.
You should have known that one, buddy.
All right.
Oh, I should have done them. Yeah, I should
There
have
you
done a
go.
lot of stuff.
All right, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Like tonight, I got tricked to play
I'm
this
scared.
game.
I'm scared. I'm going to get.
You're gonna get them all.
I'm going to get embarrassed. Is what I'm going to do. I don't want to be embarrassed about it. But go ahead.
No, that's fine.
All right.
He's thinking. He's trying to trick me.
I didn't look these up, but a little birdie told me.
A little birdie told me.
Has anybody you ever used that phrase?
I've heard
little
that.
Birdie
Yes.
told me.
Yeah,
That's what I've heard.
But I don't know of a place in Scriptures where that is.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look this up. Ecclesiastes 10:20. For a little birdie might deliver your message and tell them what you said.
Oh, that's a new one on me.
I've never heard that either.
What was the verse?
Ecclesiastes
Hang on just a second.
10:20.
I'll look it up. Hang on just a second. Because
Well, it's because Ecclesiastes. How many times have you ever been to church and the pastor said, "Turn to the book of Ecclesiastes"?
it's not.
We're
it's
going to
not.
talk about the birds.
What's the chapter and verse?
10:20.
Bird is the word.
10.
Let's see what the King James says.
20. I'll tell you exactly what it says. Curse not the king. No, not thy thy thought. Let's see, not in thy thought. And curse not the rich in thy bedchamber, for a bird of the air shall carry the voice. And that which hath wings shall tell the matter.
See, these are all.
So yeah, it's.
That's
a trick question.
Yeah, and a lot of them might be. So, Kevin,
They are all trick questions to me, apparently.
A bird of the air shall carry the voice, and that which has wings shall tell the matter.
I don't. And listen.
So a little birdie could tell it.
I guess so. I don't guess.
Actually,
so.
it's
That's
not
right.
literal. It's not literal. It just means that you say something.
It gets around. Yeah.
It gets around.
Yeah.
You say something maybe you shouldn't, or you talk about somebody in a bad way, and you think nobody will know. They just might know.
So you are limiting God in His power tonight. I think He could use a bird to.
Well, he has.
So.
But I don't think that's what that
He used
means.
a whale to swallow Jonah.
He used a raven to feed Isaiah.
You're right. So. Wow. It could be a birdie.
Yeah, it could be.
Okay. All right.
Or Elijah, rather. Not Isaiah. Elijah.
Okay, I forgot to mark that one.
Elijah. I got it wrong.
Did you get that?
No, I actually didn't. I would have said no. I didn't catch the So no, I won't give myself a point on that one.
Okay, will you find? Here's my wife calling.
Hey.
Oh, this might be. You may answer it on the air.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm not going to do that.
We want to know what she's talking about.
Yeah.
Well, it's a very unusual that she calls.
Yeah.
So
You never know.
I may have to step out.
Okay.
So anyway, can you guys talk for a few seconds and let me call my wife? Because
Yeah, do that.
she's, she's traveling to work.
When my wife calls this time of morning, or anytime she calls, I usually stop what I'm doing and
Yeah.
say what she wants. So
It's unusual, but
Perfect-
let me
it's
go.
perfectly fine.
All right, I'll be
You-
right
She
back.
may need something.
She may just miss you.
You may need something. You know what we could do? You know what we could do is we could talk about fruitcake.
Not while I'm. Don't talk about that while I'm gone.
Oh my gosh.
How we talk about your lights of love?
Well, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that because the Lights of Love tour that we've been talking about this coming Tuesday, December the 10th, we have now added a third bus.
So y'all got
There's a lot
big
of folks
crowd
coming,
going.
and we're so excited about it too. Hosted by First Class Charter and by Keller Williams Hood Company. It's $40 per seat per person, and all of that $40, all the money goes to God's storehouse. And what you get for that is you get to jump on the luxury first class charter charter bus, and I shouldn't say bus; it is a motor coach.
Oh,
It's a motor
wow.
coach.
What's the difference?
We had that long discussion, but
Oh,
a motor
okay.
coach has the storage in the bottom.
Oh,
and
it's
more-
nicer.
it's much nicer than
Okay,
a bus.
well,
Okay, so it is a motor coach,
Well.
and it is a luxury motor coach.
They are really nice.
They are nice, sure enough. If you haven't been on one of those for a trip, you are in for a great treat. And we'll have fun on the trip down too. We'll do some stuff, and
Maybe do some trivia. For
yeah, we
Keith.
might. Hadn't thought about that. We'll do some trivia. But anyway, we'll leave. Listen, we'll leave the senior center at 3:00. Keith is going and his
Yeah, that's what I'm
bunch.
saying. See, he can
And,
bring his trivia stuff. Y'all just have a
and
blast.
some other folks. I think Lanny's going, and I've a whole list of folks. I've seen the folks. All of my bunch is going. Whole shooting match.
I hope I'm on the same bus with Lanny
Jimmy and
and Shelby. Is he taking Shelby?
Jimmy Ann, yeah. Jimmy Ann and Bill Adams, all of that bunch, everybody's going, and we want you to go. So we're going to leave at 3:00. We'll arrive down in Huntsville at the Bridge Street around 4:30. We'll have free time for dinner and shopping. We'll get back on the motor coaches and take a light tour at Toyota Field. It's a lot of fun. We're looking forward to it. But time is limited. You need to jump in right now. Contact First Class Charter at 762-5778. Or call my office at 762-5816. And everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine. She forgot I was on the radio.
Oh.
this morning, so.
She just missed you then, huh?
Well, she was. I think she was driving to Hornwall instead of Columbia, and so she.
Okay.
But she wanted to call us. Just
Well,
chit chat.
all right.
I'm okay with that.
Well, that's a good thing. That's a good
Just
thing.
wanted
Yeah.
to hear your voice.
That's a good thing.
Yes.
You got your next question ready?
Amy,
bud?
let me tell you what she done. So, did I tell you guys about redoing the kitchen table?
No.
I did see it on Facebook, though.
Oh my gosh! So we've got this kitchen table that has taken a beating over the years, and anyway, it was just Amy's like, "What are you gonna do with this table?" I said, "Well, I got a sander out in the garage. Let's sand the table down and refinish it." And so,
You're an ambitious soul.
I tell you, it was funny. We tried to lift the table up and we couldn't, and it tipped over sideways and fell on the kitchen floor. So we decided we couldn't pick the table up, so we sanded it in the dining room.
Oh, really?
Oh my Lord.
Wrong thing to do.
Yeah.
So, if I can give you any practical advice, don't sand the kitchen table in the dining room. It was a mess, but it wasn't a huge mess, but it was a mess.
Yeah.
And then you woke up the next morning, it was a mess again. I guess it all filtered down.
Fell
out there.
down to the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, we got it stained to the color that we like, and we started putting on some polyurethane, some satin finish polyurethane, and we had it too thick, and it was just glumped up. The next day when I looked at it, it was glumped up, and I thought, oh my goodness. So, but the stain was a little blotchy too. We didn't know that you had to put like a sanding sealer on it before you stain it and stuff like that. So anyway, I said, well, let's try to smooth out the polyurethane with a sander, and I did that and got back down to the wood. I'm like, oh no. So anyway, we sanded it a second time, and then Sanded the table a second time. Amy did 99% of the work. I don't want to sit here and pretend like I'd done all the work or anything, but she was real diligent about it. And so anyway, she redone the kitchen table. I think it looks pretty good.
It looks good in the pictures.
I mean, it looks
Wow.
unbelievable.
Good deal.
So we thinned out the polyurethane with some mineral spirits, and it went on a lot smoother. And it took about 3 or 4 coats. And
well, how about that? Good for you. Now I know who I can get my
right.
how I can get my furniture refinished.
no, we both vowed never to do it again.
We won't do that again.
We've done it once, been there, done that, got the T-shirt, and so we're not going to do that anymore. But yeah, practical advice for you guys: you're going to sand something, take it outside, take it to the garage, do something. So, where were we at?
If you hadn't had if you'd had an Apple phone, you'd have known better than do that.
No, my Android was like, don't go in the kitchen. You know, it knows ahead of time. But you know, we'll have a conversation about that someday, about the difference between Apple and Android. And it's really night and day.
No,
All right, so
it is
we're gonna-
not.
Yeah.
No.
So whose turn is? I forgot whose
It's my
turn it
turn.
is. We
It's
gotta-
his
we got
turn.
time
No, it's
for a
mine.
couple-
I missed the last one about.
The anticipation is just killing me.
Okay, Kevin. For everything, there is a season.
I know it's a song. Yeah, it's in there.
That is incorrect. No, I'm just teasing because I know you're right.
That
You're
is
exactly
correct.
right. Ecclesiastes 1, Ecclesiastes 3.
You're big into Ecclesiastes stuff, ain't you?
Well, that's where all these sayings come. That,
Oh.
you
Yeah.
know, a lot of,
Well, it was
Okay.
that's where these wisdoms,
yeah, and Proverbs and things
Proverbs
like that.
and Ecclesiastes. Yes.
I should have got some old Confucius sayings is what I should have done.
Yeah,
Say,
yeah.
we're just, but
Confucius says.
Jeff,
Yes,
there's nothing new under the sun.
that is in the Bible. Yes,
That is in the Bible. Kevin, you want to guess what book that's in?
Ecclesiastes.
That's correct.
Atta
Thank
boy.
you, Kevin. So,
First parentheses.
first parentheses. I like that.
I borrowed it from Larry the Cable Guy.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Jeff,
Is it my turn again?
did you just answer?
I think I just answered.
What did you answer? You just answered for Kevin.
No, he answered for him, and then you asked me what
Oh,
book
that's
it was
right.
in.
That was, yeah, you gave
Yeah.
the last
Did I get a
answer.
point for that?
Yeah, I'll give you a point.
He gets another point.
Yeah, you are tied.
I wonder how this is going to end up.
All right, we got, wait till find
We
one more.
got good time.
Okay.
We got time.
That clock is weird. Is it right?
It's 8:53.
Okay, so
Minute.
it's slow.
It's a little bit behind. 1 minute. All right, go ahead.
Did I already ask this one?
Well, ask it again. Maybe I'll know it then.
Okay. Charity begins at home.
No.
Okay, charity begins at home. You're correct. It says this phrase is credited to Terence, the Roman comic writer, but is also sometimes attributed to Sir Thomas Browne. Either way, charity begins with God.
There you go.
So
There you go. Good job, buddy.
there you go.
I answered that on my own.
And they use the verse,
You're very good.
we love him because he first loved us. 1
Yes.
John 4:19.
Yep.
So, all right, Kevin got a point for that.
Yeah, he did.
Woohoo!
All right, Jeff, let's see.
You
here.
have not marked down half of my right answers, but go ahead.
What do you got?
I've got 4.
Okay, well, y'all tied then.
I do have 4.
Well, Kevin's got 4.
Okay, he does.
All right.
He does. This is important stuff. You know?
Apparently so.
All right, Jeff. Cleanliness is next to godliness.
I knew he would ask that. I knew that was coming, but no, it's not in the Bible.
It's not, but it should be.
It ought to be, but it's not.
Should be.
So who said that then?
Let's see who said that.
Confucius?
The phrase was used by Charles Dickens in his book Great Expectations, but it does not appear in the Bible.
Well,
Cleanliness is
That's one of the.
See,
That's one of the more famous ones that people think is in the Bible.
yeah. Because I start saying I've heard that a lot.
I don't know why it wouldn't be in the Bible, because let's just take for when Moses was leading the children of Israel through the wilderness, they always had to prepare themselves before.
Well, it's a
they
good
came
principle.
before God. Yeah,
It's a biblical principle, I guess, but it's not
Yeah.
quoted exactly like that.
yeah, you're right,
How about that?
Jeff. By the skin of your teeth. Kevin, by the skin of your teeth.
No.
How am I getting this all mixed up?
I don't know.
Yeah, but
It's not in the Bible.
it is in the Bible.
Really?
Yeah.
You won by the skin of your teeth? It's in the Bible?
Job said, I have escaped only by the skin of my teeth.
Oh.
So, and that's in,
Tell me chapter and verse on that
I
one.
don't know that one. It's not here.
Is it not there?
No, I had to Google it.
You will. Hang on. Go ahead.
Can you get it?
I can find it, but you
right.
you ask me the question while I'm trying to find it.
Okay.
He can multitask.
Jeff, what about Rise and Shine?
No.
It is. The prophet Isaiah wrote, Arise and shine, for your light has come. Isaiah 60, verse 1.
What?
Rise and shine, shine.
Rise and shine, rise and shine.
Sunshine.
All right, what are you
All right.
looking up?
So I'm looking up.
Skin of his teeth.
Hang on.
By the skin of your teeth.
Yeah, it's
Skinny teeth.
Look here. Yeah. Job 19:20. My bone cleaveth to my skin and my flesh. This is Job talking. And I am escaped with the skin of my teeth.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Not by, but with the skin of my teeth. Now, that verse, the one that we just missed, one I just missed,
Yeah.
where was it?
Oh, I don't know. Which ones you just missed? We're getting that scene.
He's skipping all over, so he doesn't.
Yeah, I'm not going in order. So
What did you just ask me? You just
I don't know.
And I said it wasn't.
And
You
I'm
said it
being-
is.
What?
Anyway.
I thought, well, you're just looking up skin of your teeth.
Yeah, I know. But you okay?
Cleanliness is next to godliness.
No, I were to answer that one.
Okay.
But you asked me another one while I was looking up that.
I did?
Yes. Golly.
Rise and shine.
Yeah.
Yes. Where did you say that was?
Isaiah 60, verse 1.
I got to find that. Isaiah. Not that I don't believe
It
you.
probably says, ariseth and shineth.
Yeah. Isaiah 60.
Sun shineth.
Verse
Where'd it
1.
go? 60, verse 1. Oops. Arise, shine, for thy light is come,
I like that.
and the glory of the Lord is risen up. Yeah.
Okay, Kevin.
Ah.
Is it Kevin's turn?
Yes.
Yes, it's his.
Kevin, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Is that in the Bible or not?
Well,
I'm not telling you that one.
I would say that it is.
It is not. So, this may be true, but it's not in the Bible. Many people intend to find out the answers to what must I do to be saved, but they never obey the command to repent and trust in the Savior, Jesus Christ. So, the road to hell is paved with good intentions is not.
It's not.
And I've heard pastors say that hell's going to be full of good intended people, good folks. Let's see. All right. That
We
may
probably
be-
got time for about one more.
If you say I'm out, just about. All right.
Thank goodness. Horrible this
All right,
game.
Jeff. Is
Okay.
this your question?
I guess.
It's like the blind leading the blind.
Oh, well, actually, that is in the scriptures.
Okay, it is in the scripture. That is correct. You got
Yes.
that right. So Jesus warned us that if the blind led the blind, both will fall into a pit. Matthew 15,
Yeah,
verse
that
13
actually
and
is
14.
in the scriptures. Yeah.
So,
How about that?
Jeff, you have won by the skin of your teeth.
Yes, by my teeth.
By
my
your
teeth.
skinny teeth.
I had to pick through those a little bit because, just like I say, some of them were just technically off. And it's like Kevin got stuck with everyone that was like technically.
Yeah, they're close. Some of them are close.
Yeah.
Very close. And some of them got me.
Well, some of them are good intentions too,
Yeah. Well, I feel
That's what you
bad.
pave
I
roads
feel
with.
I feel bad.
That's right.
I feel bad that I'm going.
you want Kevin to
I
roll?
want Kevin to roll.
Why, thank you,
There you go.
Jeff.
Yes. Give her a roll.
Jeff, just know that
1 through 6.
Just know that your good intentions here.
Yes.
The road to hell is paved with
Yes,
good
I
intentions.
understand.
All right, Kevin, what did you roll?
I rolled
Hang on a
numbers.
minute. Hang on a minute. Let me tell you who the
Oh, okay.
All right.
number 1 is Gene Smith. Number 2 is Butch Brawley. Number 3 is Robert Kopp. Number 4 is Mitchell Number 5 is D.T. Hughes. And number 6 is Tommy Davis.
Well, number 6 is what I wrote.
All right, so that's Mr. Tommy Davis.
Tommy Davis.
You got a $25 gift card from Quik Mart Convenience Store. Spends just like cash inside the store or outside the store. What I would recommend is use this $25 to offset the fuel of premium fuel and see what it's like in your car.
Shoot,
So,
I
offset the cost.
I spend it for about 5 days and get the meal deals, man.
Yeah,
Eat
or
for
get
a week.
fish sandwich.
Yeah,
you
or
can get a
fish
tank of
sandwich.
gas and a fish sandwich is what I suggest.
Well, folks, you have been listening to the Quik Mart Hour
Yes.
for the last hour, and we out of time. We
Yeah.
have to get up and out of here and go do the real job.
Stop texting.
Stop texting. Especially do not text in the vehicle driving. And I used to say this. I'll say it again. Find somebody you like today, give them a hug, tell somebody you love them, and I hope somebody tells you. Have a blessed rest of your day.
I
Everybody.
agree.
Yes.
Everybody? Good one, guys.
See ya.
Entire agencies. One of them could be the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau.
Fox's Aisha Hosni. New York City police still searching for the masked gunman who murdered United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Police have him on surveillance